All right. So either you're consistent or you're not. So today we are analyzing a deal in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm in a coffee shop right now. I'm on my 12-year anniversary, buddy, but I'm still staying consistent. So there's no excuse. Either you're consistent or you're not. All right. So today we're analyzing a deal 6384. For those of you that want to watch this full screen, in case you can't see on Instagram, just go to youtube.com/@Kent_HE. I'm in a coffee shop, so it's going to be a little bit loud here, but it was the space where I found some space to do some work before I get my day started. All right. So this property, 6384 Longleaf Drive, Jacksonville, Florida, 32222. 4 bed, 3.5 bath, 2278 square feet. Let's see. Yeah. All right. There is a sub-2 loan, which means that you'll be taking over the existing mortgage subject to the existing financing. And this property has underlying loan with a principal balance of $405,025.59 at a 5.5% interest rate with a PITI of $3,055.93. Entry fee $3,000 to the seller, $10,000 to the assignment. Boom, update these numbers right here as we just go along. And the $63 for an HOA per month, so update that. The crux. Okay, so for this property, because there is a underlying loan plus there's a $3,000 cash to sell, I'm assuming my asking price is 408. This property, let's quickly look at it, right? So typically what we do is we try to gauge and understand the condition of the property. Relatively good shape, to be honest with you. No flooring updates really needed. And loft. Maybe you want to replace some of the flooring and then the bedroom, but it's not a must. So I'm gonna set aside some money for painting the house and then redoing the flooring on like a third of the house, just for the bedrooms, because that's what it seems like it needs. Okay. So because it's 2278 square feet, I'm gonna go to my rehab calculator. I got $1,500 set aside for the roof. I got $500 set aside for the cleaning up outside, and for the flooring, I'm going to divide this by 3. I'm assuming I only put the flooring based on the third, so it's 676 square feet. Kind of makes sense. Update 3 of the toilets to higher pressure flush toilets, which is my personal preference. Assuming there's no termite issues, that's about a $17,000 rehab on this property. Okay, you delete this because before I had a $10,000 addition to it. Okay, so now that we have the purchase price and we have the renovation amount, we're going to go ahead and check the surrounding area. So I use tophap.com, tophap.com, and I found that 6584 Jacksonville neighborhood crime score is 74. Okay, that's a pretty good area. That's not bad at all. All right. What county is this in? That's the next thing I want to do because I want to look up the HUD FMR. Florida. Let's see how this is a fun record. County. This county is in Duval County. All right. So in order to get the rent ceiling, the first thing we're going to do is access the smaller FMRs. Look at FY 2024 FMRs. Go to Florida. Go to state and county, and you're going to see right here. You're going to see the rent ceiling by bedroom count and by zip code. You see right here that is 2830, 2830. That's the number you care most about, 2830. 2830. I don't care about the rents for a 3-bedroom because this is already a 4-bedroom. Okay, 4-bed and that's for 32222. Just writing down these numbers so my partners know exactly where these deals come from. And I'm going to go get the market rent now. When we get the market rent, we're going to go to affordablehousing.com. We're going to go to the owner section, market rent estimator, plug in the address. We're going to plug in the bedroom count. Oh, boom, here you go. So the number that we care most about here is the number on the far bottom right. 0.67 mile radius for 25 units. 2382. Now, when you compare 2382, I'm going to take a shortcut today just so you guys can see it because I know it's pretty loud. 2382 compared to 2830, you have to take the lower of the two rents because of the rent reasonableness test. Now, the rent reasonableness test states that you cannot charge more to a tenant simply because they're a voucher holder, which means that you cannot charge more than a comparable unassisted unit. All right. So in this scenario, for 25 units within the 0.67 mile radius, if on average the rent is 2382, you're not going to be able to charge 2800. Okay. Now, usually when I see that 2382 and I compare this to the PIT that we saw of 3055, I already know it's not a deal. I would have stopped underwriting it here. But let's kind of walk it out together to see, and so that you can see what it actually results in. Okay. So on this property, zero any of the other loans, we have the total number of PITI of 3,055.63. So you're going to do equals 3,055.93, subtract the subto principal, subtract the interest. Oops. Subtract sign. There we go. And that equals to 756. So these two numbers, all in all, add up to 3,055. I do that so that you guys don't have to worry about figuring out how to exactly get your numbers to match exactly, because you might be missing the terms, you might be missing when the property originally started, even though we could do a prop stream, but we're not going to do that because you don't need to. You don't need to spend so much time on this, right? I had extra $35 for monthly insurance. I got 10% for maintenance. I got $63 for HOA, which was disclosed earlier. I got 8% for property management, and I got 5% for vacancy. This results in a whopping negative $1,028 if you do pursue the exit strategy of turning this into an affordable housing Section 8 rental. Okay, so this is not the right exit strategy. You might go for a pad split. If you do, you can always check out my video on youtube.com about how I analyze a pad split. But these are all different ways that you can quickly gauge whether or not it's worth your time to do it. Actually, hold on. I apologize. This should be 2382 for the rents because I had to take the lower two. So your loss is actually even bigger. It's actually negative 1319.79. So that's why this is clearly not a deal. After you put in closing costs and you got some renovations in there. All right, hopefully this goes through all the scenarios for all of you. We don't need to go through all the scenarios because this is so far from being a deal. It's not even close. Even if you get to maximum rents because you're negative $1,300, you gotta have your numbers in here for expenses. It's not responsible to think that you will have zero maintenance and zero vacancy. It's just unrealistic. And then for those of you that want to self-manage your properties, you have to budget some expenses aside from property management, even if you're going to self-manage it, because you have to understand that, hey, what are we doing to involve the financial freedom, the freedom of choice. And if you don't budget with property management in place now, you're never going to be exiting this property and all this responsibilities so that, hey, maybe you're on vacation and you don't want to worry about your properties. Well, you got to have a hot property manager in that scenario. And in this scenario, you cannot exit that deal if you never budgeted for that space, because then you might be losing money at that point in time. All right. So awesome. So just to kind of summarize everything we did, we got the property details. We did a quick look around on the condition of the property. We saw some photos. We got the county. We got the crime score from tophalf.com. Then we got the rent ceiling right from HUD's website by zip code, by bedroom count, which is how we got 2830. But then we compared that to the market rent on affordablehousing.com by looking at the bottom right number here, where the average rent for 25 units within a 0.67 mile radius is 2382. When you compare 2382 against the 2830, that is the lower of the number. You have to take the lower of the number to be conservative in what you're able to achieve for rent on the deal. After you do that, you plug in your sub-2 loan balance if that's applicable to your situation. You back into using the PITI on what the property taxes and existing insurance costs are. You add in a little bit extra insurance because you're going to turn it into an investment property. You add in your 10% maintenance, you got your HOA, you got your property management and vacancy expenses, and that results in a net cash flow number. That net cash flow number will tell you whether you're going to cash flow or not. And from that point onwards, you just got to be like, all right, Am I buying for appreciation or am I buying for cash flow? If you're buying for cash flow, chances are this is not a deal for you. Now, obviously, this is not investment advice. I'm not soliciting any investments on this call at all. I'm simply showing you what I'm doing on an everyday basis, analyzing deals. Because this is the work, right? Either you're consistent or you're not. I am so fortunate to have a wife that is so supportive of what I'm doing, and she encouraged me to go live today, even though it's our anniversary. It's our 12-year anniversary. So it's either you're consistent or you're not. What's your excuse? There will always be a reason for you not to do work. There will always be a reason for you to not show up for yourself. Right after this, my wife and I, we're gonna go work out because we've been working out for 169 days in a row. So it's up to you to decide what you want to do and the promises that you want to keep yourself and the level of standing you want to hold to yourself. My goal was originally to analyze a deal for 100 days live on YouTube every single day. But I decided to, hey, I'm already doing it. Let's just keep on going. So here I am in a coffee shop at the hotel, but we're still doing the work. And I really hope this serves as a little bit of inspiration for all of you, for you all to decide, hey, what's my excuse? And can I overcome that excuse? Because it's really all in here. All right, everybody. I hope you guys have an amazing time with everybody. I hope you guys spend some quality time with your family and friends today, because I know I'm going to celebrate my 12-year anniversary with my wife. And hope you all have an amazing day. All right. DM me on Instagram at InvestorKenHe if you guys ever want a copy of the spreadsheet. My team is still on today, so they can send you a spreadsheet if you want. And I've been very fortunate. I've been blessed by my friends that have given me the spreadsheets, and I've been able to modify them for my own purposes so that I can underwrite deals my own way. You will learn how to underwrite deals your own way. And frankly, I continue to do this every day because I hope someone out there is copying my homework. You're analyzing the same deal I'm analyzing today and using the same spreadsheet, and you put it on your own YouTube channel so that you can create that undeniable track history for yourself to pull the trigger and ultimately to give yourself the confidence that you know what you're doing. Remember, all it takes is 18 minutes a day. Stay consistent with it. Don't make excuses. 18 minutes a day for 365 days a year, and you will be better at analyzing deals than 95% of America. Do it with me. This is why I'm doing it. It's so that we all do it together, so that we all hold each other accountable, and that we all inspire one another to keep on going, because this is the only way we solve the affordable problem. So thank you so much, everybody. I so appreciate all your time today. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Have a good one. And I apologize for all the noise, but hey, I found a way to do it, and we're going to keep on going.